Dear student, okay, so how are you? Everything okay? Now, in last lecture, we discussed about catalysis. Catalysis means the reaction occurs in the presence of a catalyst. Can be broadly divided into two groups. Yes, homogeneous. So two salt notes, homogeneous and heterogeneous catalysis. Homogeneous means the same kind of reactant, product, catalyst in same physical state. કાં બધા solid, કાં બધા liquid, કાં બધા gas. Whenever reactant and product, when the reactants, products and the catalyst, product, reactant are in the same phase. Same phase means the physical state same. કાં ત્રણેય solid, કાં ત્રણેય liquid, અને કાં ત્રણેય gas હોય. So that is called the homogeneous catalysis. Example, all are liquids, all are gaseous, then means catalyst, reactant, product are all in same physical state. The process is said to be homogeneous catalysis. The following are some of the examples of homogeneous catalysis are. So we are going to discuss example of homogeneous catalysis. Oxidation of sulfur dioxide. So we know sulfur dioxide is gas, SO2 gas, dioxygen, which is also gas, into sulfur trioxide with oxygen in the presence of nitrogen oxide, nitric oxide, which is catalyst here in the chamber process. Now listen, when sulfur dioxide is converting into sulfur trioxide in the lead chamber, vessel is made of lead, which is called lead chamber, where catalyst is filled of nitric oxide. You can see reactant, product and catalyst are all in gaseous state. So this one is example of homogeneous catalysis. The reactants sulfur dioxide and oxygen, and the catalyst nitric oxide, NO, name of NO, catalysts are all in the same phase, all are in a gaseous state. So that is the example of homogeneous catalysis. Now clear? Homogeneous catalysis means physical state of reactant, product and catalyst should be same. So we have to remember these examples. Yes, for better understanding, we are going to second example, hydrolysis of methyl acetate is catalyzed by H plus ion furnished by hydrochloric acid. Yes, CH3CH3COO is methyl acetate reacting with water in the presence of hydrochloric acid. Here you can see water is liquid, ester, methyl acetate ester is liquid, reactant is liquid, so it gives in the ester CH3COO, and in water H plus OH. Here methoxy combines with H, CH3CO with OH, so it gives liquid acetic acid and methanol. This process is called hydrolysis. The reaction with water, which is called hydrolysis. Methyl acetate react with water in the presence of H plus. H plus means acid, any acid. Here hydrochloric acid both the reactant and catalyst are in the same phase. આ પણ liquid છે reactant અને catalyst also liquid. Now third example of homogeneous catalysis are hydrolysis of sugar. Yes, sir. Actually sugar is solid, but when it dissolves into water, sugar ને જ્યારે તમે water માં dissolve કરી દેશો, solution, so which is liquid. Now reaction with water, which is called hydrolysis, is catalyzed by H plus ion, means here as acid, sulfuric acid is taken. So this one sugar gives glucose and fructose mixture, solution of and both are aqueous. Now you can see once again your water, sugar, catalyzed product, everything, both the reactant and the catalyzed are in the same phase. Phase means physical state. આ બધું liquids છે. So same phase means the physical state same છે. So it is called homogeneous catalysis. So in our syllabus you have to remember 3 examples of homogeneous catalysis. Now we are in heterogeneous, the catalytic process in which the reactant and the catalyst are in the different phase is known as heterogeneous catalysis. Yes, sir. Whenever reactant are suppose solid, suppose gas or liquid, and catalyst is solid, so that is both are in different phase, both are in different physical state, so that is the heterogeneous catalysis. Catalysis means once again reaction occurs in presence of catalyst. Catalyst ની હાજરીમાં જે reaction થાય એને catalysis કહેવાય. But here is heterogeneous means reactant અને catalyst તેની physical state same હોતી નથી. Some of the example of heterogeneous catalysis is given below. Oxidation of sulfur dioxide into sulfur trioxide in presence of platinum. 2SO2 gas is reacting with oxygen and gives sulfur trioxide. Here platinum as a catalyst. Yes, here platinum as a catalyst. So platinum is solid, reactant are gaseous. So that is the example of heterogeneous catalysis. The reactant is in gaseous state while the catalyst is in the solid state. So that is the example of heterogeneous catalysis. Understood? Dear student, everything clear? Now second example, combination between nitrogen and dihydrogen to form ammonia in the presence of thinly divided ion in Haber process. Actually production of ammonia is called Haber process. Here dinitrogen gas is reacting with dihydrogen gas, thinly divided એટલે કે એનો બારીક પાવડર લેવાનો, પણ પાવડર છે તો સોલિડ જ છે ને. Yes, here iron powder is a solid where reactant nitrogen and hydrogen absorb on the surface of iron which is gaseous. So that is the example of heterogeneous catalysis. The reactant are in gaseous state while the catalyst is in the solid state. You can see. So that is the example of heterogeneous catalysis. Oxidation of ammonia into nitric acid in the presence of platinum gauze. Platinum gauze means net, one kind of net which is made from platinum gauze. By Ostwald process, when we pass oxygen gas and ammonia throughout the platinum gauze net, so it gives 4 mole of nitric oxide, 4 3 are 12, 6 H2O, oxygen 6 plus 4 10, 5 2 are 10. Here ammonia and oxygen is the gas, where platinum goes as a catalyst which is solid. The reactant are in gaseous state while the catalyst is in the solid state. So that is the example of also heterogeneous catalysis. Understood? Now hydrogenation of vegetable oils. In presence of finely divided nickel powder as a catalyst. Vegetable oil means આપણે સિંગ તેલ ખાઈએ છીએ તે, સૂર્યમુખીનું તેલ આવે સનફ્લાવર ઓઇલ. વેજીટેબલ ઓઇલ મીન્સ સનફ્લાવર ઓઇલ, સોયાબીન ઓઇલ are vegetable oils. When we are passing, oils are liquid, hydrogen is gas. We are passing in the presence of nickel. It gives vegetable ghee. Here our reactant and the catalyst are in different physical state. So that is the heterogeneous catalysis. One of the reactant is in liquid state, oil. Other in gaseous state, hydrogen. In the catalyst is solid state. So that is the also example of heterogeneous catalysis. Now we are in our new point, new question. To short note over. To short note over here. Write a short note about homogeneous catalysis and write a short note about heterogeneous catalysis. Now we are in our new question for 3 marks. Adsorption theory. Of heterogeneous catalysis. Adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. In this theory, we will discuss about a full detail about it. This theory explains the mechanism of heterogeneous catalysis. Adsorption theory of heterogeneous catalysis. Heterogeneous means reactant and catalyst are in both different physical state. Like reactant and catalyst by different physical state ma hoy. Here in most of the case catalyst should be solid. Catalyst solid hoy છે. The reactant liquid, otherwise gas. So mechanism we are going to discuss heterogeneous catalysis. The old theory of adsorption, known as adsorption theory of catalysis. Old theory હતી. એ adsorption theory of catalysis તરીકે જાણીતી હતી. Was that the reactants in gaseous state or in solution are adsorbed on the surface of the solid catalyst. I told you, whenever catalyst is in solid state and reactant is in gaseous state or otherwise liquid state, so reactant adsorbed over the surface of the solid. the increase in concentration of the reactant on the surface increase the rate of the reaction. Yes, when we take any solid substance, reactants are coming on the surface of it. So with increasing in concentration of reactant, so reaction became faster. Rate of reaction increase થશે, બહુ નેચરલ છે. અને રિએક્ટન્ટ જેટલા વધારે હશે એટલું જ રિએક્શન ફાસ્ટ થશે. Adsorption being an exothermic process. Yes, any adsorbate coming on the adsorbent is exothermic process. Yes, it releases heat. That is the exothermic process. The heat of adsorption is utilized in the enhancing the rate of the reaction. Adsorption થાય એ actually exothermic છે. Any solid substance ઉપર reactant are coming. Due to attraction, some heat will be liberated, and liberated heat will be used in production of the product. Exothermic છે એટલે આ solid અને ગેસ વચ્ચે attraction થાય એટલે heat liberate થાય. આ heat reaction માં use થાય. The heat of adsorption is utilized, વપરાશે in enhancing the rate of the reaction. એટલે reaction નો rate increase કરવામાં use થશે. The catalytic action can be explained in terms of the intermediate compound formation. પહેલા પ્રોડક્ટ બનતા પહેલા intermediate compound આવશે. એટલે first of all કોઈ solid catalyst પર any particles absorbed થાય, intermediate stage આવશે. The theory of which you have already studied in section 4.5.1 means on the surface reactant and catalyst combines with each other and activated complex occurs. Then after it gives a product. We discussed in 4.5.1. The modern adsorption theory is the combination of intermediate compound formation theory and the old adsorption theory. Even combination છે. Old adsorption theory અને activated complex બને. First of all reactant combines with catalyst, intermediate state, activated complex બને, પછી product આપે. બેયનું combination છે. So modern adsorption theory is the combination of two theories, old adsorption theory and intermediate stage having theory. એટલે કે reactant માં ડાયરેક્ટ પ્રોડક્ટ ના બને, પહેલા intermediate stage occur થાય. The catalytic activity is localized on the surface of the catalyst. The mechanism involves 5 steps. The catalytic activity is localized on the surface of catalyst. Yes, sir. જે કાંઈ એની એક્ટિવિટી છે ને રિએક્ટિવિટી છે, એક્ટિવિટી છે એ ડ્યુ ટુ સરફેસ છે. કારણ કે સરફેસના પાર્ટિકલની એનર્જી હાઈ છે એટલે તો ડિક્રીઝ કરવા અનધર પાર્ટિકલ્સને એટ્રેક્ટ કરે અને એનર્જી ડિક્રીઝ કરે છે. સરફેસ એનર્જી ટ્રાય ટુ ડિક્રીઝ. Yes, the mechanism involves five steps. The modern adsorption theory is actually combination of two theories, old and intermediate stage having theory no combination. So mechanism is described in 5 steps of modern adsorption theory. Now 5 steps આપેલા છે. We are going to discuss one by one. First of all, you can see diffusion of reactant to the surface of the catalyst. Here we are taking once again catalyst is a solid. So reactants are diffusing, coming toward. Reactants are coming toward catalyst. First step. Adsorption of reactant molecules on the surface of the catalyst. Adsorption of reactant. Then after second step, adsorption occurs. First reactants are coming toward catalyst. Then adsorption occurs on the surface of the catalyst. Occurrence of chemical reaction on the catalyst surface through formation of an intermediate. Yes. Suppose A and B type of molecules are coming here. So after adsorbing, bond breaks between A and B and B. A new bond forms between A and B. There. That is the intermediate stage. We will discuss 5.3 about it. Desorption of reaction product from the catalysis surface. Then after, once a product is occurred, so it will be diffused. It will be desorption. ત્યાંથી remove થશે. And thereby making the surface available again for more reaction to occur. અને પછી એનું place છે એ vacant થઈ જાય. Once again it's vacant. And once again new reactants are coming on the surface. Diffusion of reaction product away from the catalyzed surface. The surface of the catalyst, unlike the inner part of the bulk. Diffusion of reaction product away from the catalyzed surface. એટલે અહીંયા જે પ્રોડક્ટ બની ગઈ પછી ત્યાંથી ડિફ્યુઝ દૂર થઈ જાય. Away from the surface of catalyst, then surface of the catalyst, unlike the inner part of the bulk, અને પછીની surface છે inner part જેવી જ થઈ જાય. એટલે surface છે એના holes છે vacant થઈ જાય. As the free valences which provide the sheet for chemical forces of attraction, અને ફરી પાછું એમાં એનર્જી આવી જાય એટલે પાછું એટ્રેક્ટ કરવા લાગશે. When a gas comes in contact with such a surface, its molecules are held up there due to loose chemical combination. Its different molecules are adsorbed side by side. They may reach with each other, resulting in the formation of new molecules. એટલે side by side, ધારો કે two type of molecules are coming. So side by side it is adsorbed, and bond breaks between A and B and B, and AB new compound, new molecule occurs. That due to loss of chemical, if different molecules are adsorbed side by side, you can see side by side. New molecules, thus they may reach with each other, resulting in the formation of new molecules. Thus, formed molecules may evaporate, leaving the surface for the fresh reactant molecules. પછી ત્યાંથી તે રિમૂવ થઈ જાય એટલે નવા ફ્રેશ મોલેક્યુલ પાછા એબ્સોર્બ થાય અને આ પ્રોસેસ ચાલુ રહેશે. This theory explains why the catalysts remain unchanged in mass and chemical composition at the end of the reaction and is effective. Catalyst છે એટલે આ theory indicate કરે છે કે catalyst never uses in the reaction. ઓનલી ની સરફેસ ઉપર રિએક્ટન્ટ આવે પ્રોડક્ટમાં કન્વર્ટ થઈ જાય એટલે માસ અને કેમિકલ રિએક્ટિવિટી effectiveness remains as it is. So catalyst is very less needed in the chemical reaction. Yes, by diagram we are going to discuss this theory. આપણે જેલા 5 point જોયા, we discuss 5 point which is described by diagram here. You can see how reaction occurs. Catalytic surface having free vacancies. Yes, these are the vacancy on the surface. Elevation view is given. There are some holes on the surface. So reacting molecules A and B are coming toward catalyzed surface having free vacancy. ત્યાં જે હોલ્સ છે વેકેન્ટ સરફેસ ઉપર ત્યાં રિએક્ટન્ટ આવે છે. Adsorption of reacting molecules. Here A and B is absorbed there. Then after intermediate stage, here old bond breaks and new bond forms. So new bond forms between A and B. Now desorption of product. So A and B combines. This is intermediate stage. And now it leaves the surface of the catalyzed. It leaves the surface of a catalyzed. Even in small quantity. It, however, does not explain the action of catalytic promoters and catalytic agents. Understood? This theory, it, however, does not explain the adsorption theory only explain the rate of reaction and catalytic process, but not explain the action of catalytic promoters. I told you in last lecture, promoter means boost up the chemical reaction. Iron in Haber process is the catalyzed. Iron is a catalyzed in the reaction. When we add molybdenum, so rate of reaction boost up, વધારે સ્પીડ થઈ જાય. તો પ્રમોટર વિશે પોઈઝન એટલે કેટાલિસ્ટમાં કોઈ ઇમ્પ્યુરિટી હોય તો રેટ ઓફ રિએક્શન ડિક્રીઝ થાય, એના વિશે કોઈ એક્સપ્લેનેશન આપી શકતો નથી. That is the main problem. Now we are going to discuss the terms. You can see important features of solid catalyzed. So first of all is activity. 2 mark. Question for 2 mark. Describe activity of solid catalyzed. The activity of catalyzed depends upon the strength of chemisorption to a large extent. એટલે જે તમે catalyzed લીધો છે એને reactant toward reactant how much attraction છે એના ઉપર ડિપેન્ડ કરશે strength of chemisorption. એટલે catalyzed અને reactant વચ્ચે કયો chemical bond બનશે, બનાવવાનું બિહેવિયર હાઈ છે એના ઉપર આધાર રાખશે. The reactant must get adsorbed reasonably strongly onto the catalyzed to become active. However, they must not get adsorbed so strongly they are immobilized and other reactants are left with no space on the catalytic surface for the adsorption. એટલે જે catalyzed તમે લીધો છે એ catalyzed highly reactive હોય પણ એટલો બધો reactive ના હોય કે કોઈ એક જ ટાઈપના મોલેક્યુલ્સને એટ્રેક્ટ કરે તો બીજાનો વારો જ ના આવે. તો આ રિએક્શન ક્યાંથી થાય? એટલે બેય પ્રતિ એટ્રેક્શન હોવું જોઈએ. કેમિસોર્પ્શન બેયનું થવું જોઈએ અને એટલું સ્ટ્રોંગલી કોઈ એક ઉપર જ નહીં કે બીજાનો વારો જ ના આવે તો પ્રોડક્ટ જ ક્યાંથી બને? એટલે ટુ ટાઈપ ઓફ રિએક્ટન્ટ્સ હોય તો બે ઉપર એને એટ્રેક્શન હોવું જોઈએ, એક્ટિવ હોવું જોઈએ. Now it is clear the activity of catalyst depends upon the strength of chemisoption. The chemisoption કેટલું મજબૂત થાય એના ઉપર એની એક્ટિવિટી ડિપેન્ડ કરશે. The reactant must get absorbed reasonably strongly on the catalyst to become active. They must not get absorbed so strongly that are immobilized and other reactant are left with no space on the catalyst surface. એટલે કોઈ એક જ ટાઈપના રિએક્ટન્ટ ઉપર એટ્રેક્શન હોય તો નહીં ચાલે. It has been found that hydrogenation reaction, the catalytic activity increase from group 5 to 11. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. Group number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Clear? So from the 5 to 11, the hydrogenation થાય the vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel તરફ જાઓ copper, તો હાઇડ્રોજનનો એબ્સોર્બિંગ નેચર ઇન્ક્રીઝ થાય છે. એટલે કે વેનેડિયમ એટલે ગ્રુપ નંબર 5, વેનેડિયમ 2, ગ્રુપ નંબર 11 કોપર તરફ જઈએ તો હાઇડ્રોજન પ્રતિ એટ્રેક્શન વધી જાય. એટલે કેટાલિટિક એક્ટિવિટી ઇન્ક્રીઝિસ ફ્રોમ ગ્રુપ નંબર 5 to 11 ટુવર્ડ હાઇડ્રોજન. હાઇડ્રોજનની સરફેસ ઉપર એટલે નિકલ ઉપર હાઇડ્રોજનનો એબ્સોર્બિંગ નેચર હાઈ, વેનેડિયમ ઉપર એનાથી લેસ હોય છે. આમ જાય એટલે ઇન્ક્રીઝ થાય છે. Metals with maximum activity being shown by group 7 and 9. ગ્રુપ નંબર 7 અને 9 છે એની એક્ટિવિટી હાઈ હોય છે of the periodic table, group 7 and group 9. Now you can see when we take પછી આ ગ્રુપમાં બીજા પણ એલિમેન્ટ્સ હોય ને નીચેના બધા જેમાં સેમ 5 to 11 એક્ટિવિટી ઇન્ક્રીઝ થાય તો પ્લેટિનમ એમાંનું એક છે easily absorb hydrogen gas on surface. The 2 mole of hydrogen and 1 mole of oxygen absorbed on the surface of platinum and gives 2 mole of water. This is the activity of catalyst. એટલે કે અહીં જે પ્લેટિનમ કેટાલિસ્ટ લીધું છે એની સરફેસ ઉપર હાઇડ્રોજન એન્ડ ઓક્સિજન બંને એબ્સોર્બ થાય અને પછી આ સમજાઈ ગયું છોકરાઓ. હાઇડ્રોજનનું એબ્સોર્બિંગ નેચર એટલે ગ્રુપ નંબર 5 to 11 એટલે આ ગ્રુપ નંબર 5 to 11 એના પછીની જે લાઈન છે એમાં 5 to 11. થર્ડ છે ડી બ્લોકના બધા એલિમેન્ટ્સ છે એમાં 5 to 11 તમે ટેબલમાં જોજો પેરિયોડિક ટેબલમાં ઇન્ક્રીઝ થાય છે. પ્લેટિનમ એમાં આવી જશે તો પ્લેટિનમ ઓન ધ સરફેસ ડ્યુ ટુ એક્ટિવિટી એબ્સોર્બ્સ હાઇડ્રોજન ઓક્સિજન બે અને પછી એમાંથી વોટર આપશે. Now everything is clear. Now we will meet in our next lecture. Till then, bye. Take care of you.